What's going on, everybody? Woo! We got a good show today. Jam-packed full of fun. Oh, yeah. And Justin's killing himself trying to get to his chair. That's another day here. Popcorn Chicken. Welcome.
We have first date. It's okay.
Yeah, we have the technology for the first date. Yeah. We got Rick and Morty to talk about. We got Loki to talk about. And then we have a movie that you've picked.
Yeah, which you didn't watch because you thought it might be scary.
Yes, and I will not.
And it's not. It's a comedy.
You should have told me that.
I did, actually.
I didn't read
twice.
the memo. Sorry. It's Discord, not even memo. Who reads memos?
What's a memo,
Grandpa?
I know.
I just aged myself. Right memos.
Just page me. It'll be fine.
How's it going?
I'm good.
That's great.
How
You're
are
very
you?
vocal. That's good.
Well, this is news to you?
Justin hits the high C.
Every day.
Oh, man. Okay, Loki. A lot of people are loving it on the interwebs. A lot of people are not loving it on the interwebs.
People are wrong.
Hey, everyone's got their tastes.
Yes.
Oftentimes
Some of them are bad.
Some of them are toxic.
Yeah.
But it's the Pandaverse. Have you seen that South Park movie?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Woo!
And that was like one of the first
Delicious.
South Park things that I laughed out loud about.
Delicious.
I'm not a huge South Park fan, but
me neither.
They do.
There's a couple of bangers out there.
Yeah, they definitely do. And that one was just the perfect amount of it just hit the nail on the head, and it wasn't too. Because a lot of time when people get mad about pandering and wokeism or whatever, they go too far the right side.
Yeah.
Fighting against the left. And it's just you're the same bad. You're both annoying. Just go away. But this was just the perfect.
It's funny. Me, you, and D, we, from the team that here, we're the ones that me and D talked about it on Monday. And we both saw the same thing like you did, where there was talk from both sides of the fence. They made fun of both sides.
Yeah.
Right? It was more heavily skewed to the one side, but they still went to that other side. Said, hold on a second. You're not also in the clear. Right? You're a little bit crazy too.
I loved please, Mom, check if Kathleen Kennedy's under my bed. No. Please make sure there's no Disney executives under my bed. Kathleen Kennedy isn't on your bed. Can you please check?
Well, I thought I was a white guy. Oh man, yeah. So I gave it 10 out of 10. I had a blast watching it. D said there are some moments that he thought it was kind of boring, but I loved it. I thought it was exactly what Hollywood needs right now. To stir the pot a little bit. But the funny thing is, there's music playing in the background. Chris says.
Did I not turn it off?
Yeah. Justin didn't turn off the music in the background. Were you guys able to hear the whole time or no?
Cantina music. Pause. Boom. There. Fixed.
See, if the volume was up, you would hear it.
It was just a subtle background.
We are looking for a new.
I was setting the mood. So now,
if you live in the Vancouver area and looking to work with us, let us know. Okay,
so Loki.
So Chris, thanks for letting us know that. But Chris, were we able to be heard the whole time in the beginning, or do I have to repeat everything again? Let us know about that too, as well, Chris. Chris is away today because his mom's in town and he wants to spend some time. And we said, fine.
I guess
we'll
allow it.
I mean, I would tell my mom just take a hike, but just kidding. I love your mom.
Are you talking to those boys on the internet again?
Yeah. She has no idea to do this. She doesn't care. YouTube, what's that? Whatever. Yeah. Nathan, God knows where Nathan is. And God bless him too.
Yep.
Chris said he heard it all. Fantastic.
Good.
Yes. I'm so glad Chris heard it all. And what are you doing watching us anyways? Go spend time with your mom. This show's not that important. Sorry?
Nothing.
Yeah, why are you in the chat either?
No, he wasn't in the chat. We would have seen it faster.
No, I said why wasn't he in the chat?
Yeah.
What else?
Loki happened, and the world ended.
Oh, sorry,
season over.
I forgot to mention one thing about South Park is a lot of people on YouTube are just going to that hate side of Kathleen Kennedy and just posting their thumbnails like nobody's business.
Of course.
It's just like raining storms here right now. Like
she's the face of the problem.
Like
she's
I watched one
problem.
video and YouTube's like, look, there's 70 other people you can watch have the same view of it. I'm like, what? Like I get it, and I'm not a fan of. You guys heard me many times hating on her way of work. I don't know her personally. She might be a good mom, a good sister, a wife. I don't know. I don't know anything about personally, but when it comes to the job that she's responsible of, that's my problem with her. Right.
Well, and again, she's been there since the 80s and has done amazing work. So it's not exclusively.
Yeah, I'm spending time with my mom, but I thought I would put on the show notes. Well, we appreciate that. Thank you so much.
It's not exclusively her, but she is the head of it and is not doing anything to defer it or change it.
Yeah, well,
so it
comes with the territory, right?
Yeah.
Like you signed up for a massive franchise and a big company that the world knows.
Yeah,
you're gonna get criticism.
Yeah.
Now, is it always warranted? That's argument. You can argue that, right? But if you see it from a giant world scope and you see it from the core fans, a lot of them are not happy with the way they have gone in the last, I want to say 10 years?
More, probably 15.
When did they sign over from Lucas to Disney? 15 years ago?
Something like that.
Let's say 15.
While,
okay, let's say 15. Let's say 15. Since then, people have said, the core fans said it's been a steady decline.
Yeah.
And if it's a steady decline, you got to take your lumps.
The only good things or widely accepted things that have come out have been when they got a renegade in there who didn't listen to the corporate overlords and he did his own thing and he almost got fired 10 times. And then the movie comes out and you're like, oh, this is good. And but then literally everything else is like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. Okay, cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
Next. And now I no longer care about Star Wars stuff when it comes out. And
I think also the disconnect is when she and her team think this is all about people not allowing inclusiveness and all that other stuff, diversity. They feel that there's people that are against it. That there might be.
Sure.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
There are people from both sides of every corner, actually. But the vast majority of the fans have come out and said, no, this has nothing to do with that. You cannot just take core iconic characters and just cast them to the side to insert new characters. You need to find a way to do it in a way where it's not disrespecting the past, but also moving forward.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the problem. And it comes down to the writers, the director, and everybody involved making those decisions.
Yeah.
That's where the problem lies. And it's gone really bad. It just keeps going downhill really bad. And you have someone, the two guys from South Park just, taking the screws to her, right? And just, you were asking for it. Like, what did you expect, right? You were asking for that. But I also love the fact that they said to the toxic, like, she's even come out and said, we can't please everybody. And she's absolutely right. You cannot please everybody. There's always going to be somebody.
It's not your job to. You're making art.
Like,
that's the thing. You're not running a soup kitchen.
Exactly.
You're making art.
And if 75% of the people that you make it for love it, then you've done a good job.
Totally.
Because that's what the numbers and the revenue is the most important thing. If you're losing,
no, it shouldn't. That's the
point.
point.
For the business side of things, it has to be. If you're not making money, you're in the eyes of the company, you're not doing a good job.
Yeah.
And in order to make money, you need to appease the core fans and the walk-ins.
Yeah, the people
right
who will vote with their wallet.
So when the numbers are dwindling in terms of revenue, it's a clear indication you're not doing a good job. Because you can look at small movies, you can look at movies that don't have a huge budget, but they make good money. For example, Top Gun, Mission Impossible. They didn't have the massive revenue like what's it called, Indiana Jones,
right?
Which I think it had like 400 million budget,
something
like that. And even the movie that's coming up next week that I'm not watching, Miss Marvel, that's $300 million budget.
So wait, Miss Marvel, was that the one that's the movie of
All three of the Marvels together.
Okay.
Right? Brie Larson is the
Yeah.
main actress.
Yeah. And
So-
the cat thing, whatever.
Yeah. So that's a budget of $300 million.
And then wait, is it the girl from the Marvels? The TV show?
Yeah, so the Marvels, the young girl, the Arabic girl
Okay,
from
yeah.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
So she's in there, and then Monica Rambeau was in the Scarlet.
Monica Rambeau was
She was the
Scarlet Witch.
FBI, I think, agent, and then turned to she turned to the.
She's a superhero now.
Yeah, she was in that show.
Rambeau.
Remember, she went through the void or that little void into the city or into the town, and then she became.
When she
she started seeing
Wandaverse?
gamma rays or some light photon or something, whatever it is.
They didn't envelop on that at all.
No.
So now that she's just
at the end,
wait.
At the end of the show, they did.
I just watched it like a week ago.
Scarlet Witch.
Again.
You saw her at the end. Remember, she came down.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, the TV show, WandaVision.
I just watched. I rewatched WandaVision.
Yeah, at the end, remember
week.
she comes down. She does a like a superhero pose.
I don't remember that at all.
Anyways, but yeah, she sees like different types of radiation. That's her powers or something like that. But she's an iconic character though.
Sure.
She's from the 70s.
Sure.
And Monica Rambeau was the full name. So I like that character.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Problem is,
I also rewatched again because my Disney Plus expires in like 4 days. I have just been like catching up or rewatching mostly when I go to bed pretty much every night. I'll like put on a Marvel movie or a Marvel TV show or whatever, just catching up and getting my money's worth. And I rewatched Brie Larson's Miss Marvel or whatever,
the first one. Yeah. This is
it was a great movie.
It was considered. This was labeled as Captain Marvel 2.
Right. Yeah.
But because of her fiasco in public and her.
Wait, what did she do again? Is she just an asshole?
Yeah, she was just like, if they want me, I'll come on, whatever. And then she complained behind the scenes.
So she just like.
She was very pissy about it.
She was like confident about.
Well, no, she was just pissy because behind doors, she wanted to let it be known that she wants to be the number one leader. She wants to be the leader of the Avengers going forward. She wants to be the number one person.
I mean, that makes sense.
But you don't get to make
canonically.
You don't get to make that decision.
No,
you let Kevin Feige make that decision.
Sure,
you let the writers and directors figure that out.
Yeah, but I mean,
because you have Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans. None of them went to Kevin Feige and said, "Hey."
That's true. Yeah,
they might have said, "We want more money."
Well, yeah.
No one's gonna do it for free, especially if they're making bank for you, right? But they never said to him, "Hey, no, me first."
Yeah,
right. So it's I don't know. It's a mess because we can talk about it all day long. But that movie has $300 budget plus about another $150 in
$300.
$300 million. That's a really good deal. $300 million budget plus $150 million
they
more.
Bought a Canon T2i.
marketing wise.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to make $500 million just to get close to breaking even.
See, this is the thing, and I think why. I don't know how the bubble has lasted this long, because. Well, I guess because of the pandemic, it kind of threw a wrench into everything, and now there's no archetype for how companies like this should move ahead. So then they weren't able to make movies, or they were like cut off at the knees for making movies production wise. So then they had to pour everything into streaming because they couldn't make movies because theaters weren't a thing. So then all the money went into streaming. So then they started making streaming TV shows and movies, which then handicapped like how they put out things, because they're like, oh, this is a movie, whatever, cut it into a mini series. So now they're seeing a bunch of money from the streaming. So then they're like, all right, look, numbers going up. And instead of like, and then more people investing. So it's just constantly up. So now it's just at this point where they're making $600 million movies and then going, how did it not work?
Yeah.
So,
well, I think a lot has to do with also the approach, right?
Yeah.
It's all about how you go about treating these legacy characters, iconic franchises that you want to bring, because it's all about prequels and reboots right now.
Yeah.
Very little of new content is being put out.
Blue Beetle.
I'm going to walk out this door right now. I lost my train of thought. That is a monkey wrench.
I didn't watch it.
I watched it. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great either.
Yeah,
this is not good. It started off good.
Was it exactly what everyone expected it to be? Just like, it was fine.
It started off promising.
Was it exactly D's tagline?
It's fine. I went in there. I'm like, this is gonna start off good, and it's gonna just be a dumpster fire at the end. And true to its word, that's exactly what it did.
Because it's pretty much just Ant-Man, but DC, right?
No, it's even the new. Yeah, okay. Because they're both not supposed to. They're both apparent heirs. They are not the original.
Right. Yeah.
Say both. Ant-Man has its original owner, Hank Pym.
Yeah.
Right. We don't have that. We have Paul Rudd as the secondary heir to that outfit.
Yeah.
Same thing with Blue Beetle. In fact, Blue Beetle, I think, is the third heir to that outfit.
So
they did cameo and hint at the predecessor, previous owner, and I'm happy they did because I was excited to hear that name.
Yeah.
Because of Blue Beetle is a pretty decent, deep DC character. Like a lot of people who read DC comics and follow DC stuff know that character well. Yeah. It actually shot to fame. It was trajecting on the same level as Miles Morales when it first was introduced.
Okay. Is it fairly new in the zeitgeist?
No, I want to say about 30 plus years.
Well, that's
actually more than that, probably.
New. Oh, so like 80's?
Because it had three different people that owned it, right? If you're talking about this specific character,
no, I just like, when was Blue Beetle first introduced into like comics or whatever?
Wow,
like it's an old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It shot
because Miles Morales is like 90's, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually. Well, hello there.
Hey! Good luck with this.
You gotta go that way.
Yeah, you gotta go the long way.
You can sit right here. Hey, he made it, Nathan.
How are you guys?
We're good. We're talking about everyone's favorite comic book character, Blue Beetle.
We just went out for a round. We haven't even started our topics yet, so yeah. You can tap the mic there if you want to test it. There you go.
He's fine.
You can bring it down or move it around. We changed the mic so you don't get in the face, but
it's really nice.
We're just talking about Blue Beetle.
We're mainly talking about just comic book movies in general,
but
and
it was
the industry.
It was trajecting the same level as Miles Morales in terms of popularity. I remember reading the comics for both of them, and I'm like, these are both great, reinventing the idea of superheroes, but giving it like a different shine to it.
Right.
Like when I heard Miles Morales as Spider-Man, I'm like, what? No, Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, he's got a different universe. So I'm okay. I'll accept that. It's not infringing on the universe that I grew up on.
Yeah, it's not a replacement or whatever.
We'll see where this goes. And it just got better and better. To me, I didn't really give a crap about the whole he's half Hispanic, half black. I didn't care about that as a kid. I was like, whatever. I don't care. I wasn't a kid. I was a teenager, but I didn't care. I was like, whatever. That doesn't mean nothing to me. As long as the story's good, then great.
Sure.
And then with Blue Beetle, I really liked because in the comics they had him and oh my god, I forgot his name. Gold
Bug.
No, not Gold Bug. Booster Gold.
Oh,
Booster Gold.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I would love it if Chris Pratt plays him because the guy looks exactly like Chris Pratt. And
why do I know that name? Why do I know Booster Gold?
Booster Gold?
Yeah.
It's a very funny and popular character right now in DC. Well, it was really popular early 2000. He would team up with Blue Beetle all the time.
Like, because I never heard Blue Beetle until like 3 months ago when you and D started talking about it. Never heard of that comic book character.
No, the two of them
Booster Gold, I know.
Yeah, Booster Gold. I think he
maybe there's a band called Booster Gold.
I think he was in Smallville, I want to say. He showed up one time on Smallville, I believe.
I did watch
that. I could be wrong, but
maybe.
I don't know. I've dreamed of a TV show of Blue Beetle. I think it would be freaking hilarious. I don't know if the movie would do well. He would have to be in somebody else's movie.
Right.
I don't think he would bring in the
his
audience.
own movie.
If we can't get the Flash to make a ton of money, we're not going to get Blue Beetle to make.
I think a lot of people are consciously not making the Flash a lot of money.
Okay, fine. If Wonder Woman did make money. No, Aquaman. Let's see the test of Aquaman next month.
There's another Aquaman movie coming out.
Yeah,
I thought one just came out
on Christmas.
You know what's funny though? Aquaman's not one of the bigger characters.
No.
Overall, he's one of those characters that I think just became famous because he's one of the more
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, an obscure character that was brought forth.
No,
Jason Momoa.
no.
He's big in the comic book world, but the general population didn't know him.
Well, they know of the Justice League.
They know the Justice League.
Aquaman's like on the level of Green Lantern.
Yeah,
you got your Trinity, right? You got your Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Then you got everybody else, which is behind them, which is known in the comic and somewhat in general public.
I would say Green Lantern, Aquaman,
Cyborg.
I would
Flash.
say Cyborg's under.
Flash is.
I would say
Flash could argue being number 4 on that list.
Yeah,
he's well known.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
Aside from those 3, he would be the next person, character that someone would guess.
Yeah,
the general public.
I would say that like more of just like a standalone. Oh, that's that superhero guy, not
the guy that runs fast.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, not like a
say,
DC like. Oh, he hangs out with Superman or whatever. Like,
yeah.
Just
so
general.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that would be fun to see a show with Booster Gold. We could.
I've got to figure out why I know that name.
It's gonna bother you.
Maybe like Beastie Boys or something had a record of that or something. Like it sounds like early 90s hip hop record or something. I don't know why. I gotta figure that out.
All right, let's get into our Rick and Morty episode. Did you watch it?
I did.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, he watched it. The title is called Air Force Wong.
Yeah.
And Keith David's back.
Answer the phone, damn it! When I call you, Rick.
When I call you, it's an emergency.
And then they go about the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, yeah. He got the ocean equivalent of AIDS because they replaced his bones with silver, and then Wolfman bit him, and it's just.
Oh god, they described Wolverine as
so
made a werewolf related and
so good. So story begins. I'm not gonna go into the whole detail of the whole episode, but kind of pick the points.
I'm kind of bummed that Chris isn't here because we could explain who Rick's girlfriend is Unity and how many times she's
rack them up.
She's been in the show and like so
season 2.
Yeah, she's been in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
She's essentially a world eater and just goes around taking over planets and becoming a huge hive mind.
Now I know why Rick is
but so when I first came in, and because I didn't like the last 2 episodes, I was just like, well, whatever. It just seems like not
they kill time for you.
They weren't like the other episodes where it was an overarching story and related, and it's building to something or whatever. And this episode, I was just like, oh, here we go. This is back to the Rick and Morty that I know. This feels like home.
There were some banger lines there,
and there was some like. That just the opening conversation between the Air Force One guys and Keith David, there was like 7 jokes that were so good, and
Rick right away sniffed it out. He's like,
oh yeah,
you two are not. No, screw this, right? You are no longer my friend, and you are no longer my therapist. I'm out, right?
But so I came in and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I really like this episode. And then Elvin, what did you say
about what?
When I said, oh, I really liked this episode.
Oh yeah, I was kind of shocked that you liked this episode because I was walking in here thinking that me and you are both gonna say this is an average show with some banger lines. But then you're like, I love this show. And I'm like, what?
Once again, polar opposite.
Yeah, like I can't read this guy at all, right? I thought the last 2 episodes were great. I don't know if they're better than the show by a lot. Maybe because of the hype of just new season.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe I fell into that first episode. I thought it was probably the best of the 3. Maybe I'm thinking right now it's probably the hype. I was so excited, right? But yeah, it wasn't a horrible episode, but it fizzled out for me near the end a little bit. I thought the beginning was much better. Like the first 10 minutes, I thought was really good.
Sure.
Because everything goes to you know why.
That's the first half of the show. It's a 20-minute show.
Also, it didn't feel like 20 minutes either.
Well, they do a good job.
They do a very good job of pacing, and like it feels like 45 minutes, which is astounding. So
Disney,
much happens.
Disney, you can learn a thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
Star Wars, you can learn a thing too.
Yeah. Well, and then I remember a bunch of episodes that, is it because it went for a serious note? And this is also, I think, why this was my favorite episode, or why I really like this episode. Because some of the best Rick and Morty are just like nonstop, non sequiturs and hilarious jokes and just crazy randomness that's well thought out and part of a larger picture. And super random and funny, but then at the end it gets super depressing and heavy when Rick like has personal development, and that is exactly what happened. Like when Summer comes in and it's just like starts ragging on him, and he's just like, I need my boundaries.
I like how he was doing the show. She's like, "You didn't apologize." I did in silence.
I did really quietly.
So good. Did you like the Funyuns?
The Funyuns. Oh gosh.
Did you notice the Funyuns?
The Funyuns?
Yeah,
when he was at the
Therapist.
Yeah.
The
Wait,
bag of Funyuns.
I have to ask, are you a hologram? Yeah, I left a bag of Funyuns back here a year ago. I didn't want to waste time.
Yeah, so his therapist is Wong, I believe, right?
Yeah, she's been in a bunch too.
Yeah. What was her first name? I can't remember. They did mention her first
Ada.
name.
I don't know.
Ada.
That's Resident Evil.
But President is infatuated with her.
Mhm.
Rick says, if you two decide to get married, don't invite me because I will bleep in your bowl. Right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I was like, whoa, this guy's mad. But the whole idea is Virginia is the love state now. Everybody's in love. Everything's crime is dropped.
Dib's doing acid to prove I'm not a cop.
Yeah. And the president's upset because the mayor has 100% approval rating. And he's like, this doesn't exist ever. I know.
100%.
So he wants to go there and he's asked Rick to help. And Rick's like, hell no, I'm not helping you. And then he has these robots. Did you see that robot that drew that picture and she gave it to Rick?
Oh, that was... He's like, no, we've got one guy who can maybe predict the future. Maybe. Yeah, we're still waiting for it. Yeah. And then it's like, all right, we got this guy who can do whatever. And then we've got one of my robots. And at the end, he just goes and shows him a picture of Rick dying. And he's like, wow, that's really cute. And then tacks it to the
Let's
fridge.
put this on the fridge.
Yeah, I'll put that right on the fridge.
Is that foreshadowing it maybe for a later episode? Right?
Yeah.
It has. They don't do stuff like that for no reason.
Still
right?
the line. We've got a guy who can predict the future. Really? Well, we're still waiting.
Yeah, I just love the fact he just grabs it, puts a magnet on the. We'll just put this right here.
Put this right on the fridge.
That's cute. Leaves.
God.
So Unity basically was. It's funny thing is, she's been messaging him, and he's not picking up the phone. So she decided to just come to Earth and take over a state to get his attention.
When you at the very end, nobody's listening to the phone calls. I love
The
that.
voicemail.
It's going through, and at first it's like, oh no, like she recognized something serious with Rick. Something's wrong. And she's trying to help, and then it goes to Scientologist.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, stop.
Transmission. Yeah. No, wait, because she's like, it is foreshadowing because she's like, oh, she said it like 3 or 4 times during the episode, like, oh, you're hunting that guy, and I'm really worried, but we don't know who that guy is.
It's Prime Rick.
Yeah, Prime Rick.
Prime Rick. Yeah.
Prime Rick.
Yeah. Or Rick Prime or whatever, yeah.
So basically the way it works with her abilities and what she does is there's a lot of throwing up in people's mouths.
Yeah.
And that transforms them to connect with her on a cerebral level, right?
Yeah,
like Professor X almost. Right?
Yeah, they become a hive mind.
Yeah.
Borg.
The Borg,
Borg. And the only way to undo it is Rick's got this entrapment that he shoots. What is it? Antifreeze?
Axe body spray or something.
Yeah. Makes you throw up.
And then they throw up after to get it all out, right?
Yeah.
And so Virginia is under a dome now because the president wants to keep everybody in there. So he makes his dome. And then Wong asks him, do you have this for every state? He's like, I'll tell you that on the second date, right? That's so good. Second date. And Rick's just like, shoot me now.
No.
Right? Just like, ew. And so we have this whole, trying to get them back into it. But the president just can't help himself. He needs an approval rating. So the man decides to just get in there and just start tonguing a dude to get into that hive state, and Rick comes in there, right? Rick comes in there with the guns and starts taking everybody out after Wong.
Well, so the President Keith David takes over. I mean, then
Well, at first they tried to get Rick to cure everybody, and then the president got.
Well, no.
President went back. Remember, he goes.
Yeah,
back.
because he goes back to gas the whole place. Because they put the hive there, which kind of disconnected them from, the girl. What's her name again?
Unity.
That makes sense. And then they go down to gas everyone, and then Keith David needs approval. So then he's like, "Oh, I'll become the hive mind," because they told him. So he goes down, he takes over everyone. Then they think it's okay, so they open the dome, and then they attack everyone. And then he creates this huge super hive mind, and then he has to go talk to Unity, Rick, to prove that he's changed and she needs to come help. So then he brings his therapist to convince her to she can vouch for me.
And and then Rick takes care of them, right? Or Unity does the powering.
Yeah.
And basically severs everything.
Well, Unity just takes her army down there. They vomit into everyone's mouths, and then she releases them and goes through a bunch of turmoil to do it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys aren't more, I'm not going to use the word freaked out, but grossed out at how the president became that new hive mind.
Yeah.
He's like,
hey, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah. It's no longer this bright and not neon, but this really bright yellow throat. It's like this disgusting
just regular color.
Gray.
I just thought the way he did it was amazing because it probably pissed off a lot of people.
Like he's on his hands and knees, like trying to
just drinking vomit. Yeah. No, it was gross. Yeah.
But it was fun.
Forgive me, mother.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
Like you said, the one-liners are really good.
Oh, there was just one after another.
And then we have is it Slashy?
Slashy, yep.
Yeah.
Voiced by
Tom Kennedy.
Kenny. SpongeBob.
Yeah. Which you told
who
me
does
earlier.
a ton of voices in this show.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
And he happened to be also the end credit part as well.
Yep.
Right. What's his
Larry David.
It
was Alien Larry David.
Larry King.
Larry King.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, why? You've had 588 deaths at your shows. It's like, well, if they didn't want it, they wouldn't keep coming.
Yeah. So I don't know how that character is going to fare in the future. I'm sure they're going to bring that character back at some point. They have to. But yeah, overall, it was a decent episode, in my opinion. You have anything to add to it? You've been awfully quiet.
I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I do kind of agree. You said you thought it was average.
I think it was a bit above average,
Well,
but it wasn't
with the good
spectacular.
one-liners. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you my score. I thought it was a 7.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, I thought it was 7.
What did I give it last week? I think I was like a 6 or something.
I think all my scores have been around 7 and 8, somewhere there.
Yeah, mine I think was pretty low because I was just not too whelmed with the last 2 episodes. And then this one, and it might be the opposite effect of what you had, where you had the hype of like, oh, new season. I don't think I've watched Rick and Morty since like the very beginning of the pandemic, and haven't really touched it since. And not like anyway, so I wasn't like, oh, it's super excited. I was just like, oh yeah, it's a great show. Okay, cool. And then, but this episode just felt like old ones, where it was just like, okay, there's this huge overarching thing, and it's just insane and very cleverly written. And Rick's voice was spot on this episode, and I forgot that it wasn't the same voice actor. Morty sounded not great, but
what about you? Did you notice the changes?
I did actually,
Yeah.
but about halfway through the episode, it got better.
Yeah.
I found the first half was kind of jarring. Morty does sound different. I think he's a little higher pitched or something like that, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not.
Yeah,
mad
it's not
about it.
terrible.
No.
Yeah, it's not terrible at all.
With Rick, though, I found that his anger is not the same. So whenever he tries to raise his voice and get upset, it sounds just like he's getting louder, but maintaining the same level of tone. I'm guessing the voice actor is just having a bit of trouble.
Well, it's just not fully used to living with that voice, I guess. But yeah, like with the last couple episodes, it was like he wasn't energetic enough in his delivery, and then this episode,
What are you trying to do? The best impression of Rick right now?
Morty. This episode, I felt like he had the energy in the delivery, but yeah, like when there was there's just a couple mannerisms that are not fully there yet, but I've the suspension of disbelief was so much easier in this episode. Like I wasn't looking for it, and I think that's probably because I've already just accepted like it's different voice actor and he's doing a good job. So then this one I was just like, whatever, it's kind of back to home base. But this episode I think I'll probably give like 8.5. He was great.
Oh, you need
Good fun.
Oh, 7.
Oh yeah, sorry, 7.
Yeah, no worries.
What I'm really happy to hear from the writers and everybody involved in Rick and Morty is they said that turnaround for next season will be a lot quicker.
Why? Because they're happy with their environment now.
Yeah, there's no more distractions.
We enjoy working.
Yeah,
we like this.
Yeah, so good to hear that. All right, okay, so 8.5, 7, then 7.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Next week we'll do it. Kiwi says hi. Hello, Kiwi.
Hi, Kiwi.
Next week we're gonna have a busy show because we have starting this Friday, Invincible is dropping on Amazon.
I watched the last season,
and I think they dropped 3 episodes at once.
Oh, that'll be good.
Amazon does that for a lot of shows.
I like that.
3 episodes to get you going, and then it's weekly episodic.
Oh,
so did you just watch the last season?
Yeah.
For the first time?
Yeah.
What did you think?
Dude,
Epic.
It's what I wanted The Boys to be. I feel like
it was The Boys till the second season started. It started going downhill.
I never could get into The Boys.
The first season was crazy.
Yeah, but
how far did you go into the first
I've watched
season?
all of 3 seasons or whatever
I've
seen all of The Boys.
For me, the first season was great for The Boys, and then it just started going downhill after that.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
Like not for any lack of trying. And
I had a hard time finishing the last
I don't
season.
know
I really did.
what really, like there's nothing I can really put my finger on it.
What's up, Sean?
But yeah, I just couldn't get into The Boys.
Nice shirt, Justin. Eric says.
But yeah, this just felt like an Adult Swim version of the Justice League, which it literally is that.
Oh, it does.
And also,
nuts.
J.K.
Rowling?
No,
Joe, the guy that
Simmons.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons.
Why do I always say Rowling?
J.K. Simmons is perfect in this, and just
think, Mark, think.
It's just so, and I love how tongue in cheek their name. What are they? Just like Fight Friends or whatever. Like the names of the team, like the team names are so tongue in cheek.
Well, the characters are so.
Same thing too. Yeah,
parodies, right? Basically, I just thought it was great.
But it's not just being a parody and having like, here's what it's like if Batman said fuck all the time or whatever. Like it's not just a comic book superhero parody, and it actually has a overarching story, and there's some substance to it, and I'm really excited about the second.
So last time when the show came out, it was a while back.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
we gave away a custom Invincible Man, right? We're doing it again. D is making a custom Invincible Man, and somebody.
What the hell is the volume?
Somebody from our subscribers will have a chance to win it if they're interested.
Somebody on the internet.
So they have to be a subscriber to our channel, and stay tuned for it. We'll announce a time and day that you can come to one of the lives. Hint, it might be this one, to win it. So
who knows?
And it's awesome. D is making it, and he does a fantastic job of making custom figures. And I asked him if he could do it, and he's just like, "Oh God, another one?" Because I think he's made like 10 of these ones.
Yeah,
and he's getting better and better every time he makes one. So this version is going to be awesome.
Yeah. So
if you want to win one of those, stay tuned. We'll let you know when to celebrate the new season. But okay, let's get into Loki. Season 2, episode 4. 2 more left.
2 more. and they blew up the world.
A lot of things happened.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of things happened. Apparently, nobody can answer the phone in under 5 minutes, though.
It's hard.
Oh man, I was so annoyed with that scene.
Phones are hard.
It's like you're just staring at. Just pick up the phone.
It's dramatic
Oh,
pauses.
Yeah. It's long pauses, which I'm used to now with.
Yeah, now that we've
Ahsoka.
had long pauses, the
I'm
show,
like, this is not
aka
bad.
Ahsoka.
This
Yeah,
not
like
bad.
that's only 10
Nobody's
minutes.
folding their arms like this and waiting, so not bad.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. What's going on? Tell me.
They bring Victor Timely back
To the
to
TVA.
TVA.
Okay.
Yeah. And which is
Are you
kind of-
sure?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I
He is.
actually like that.
You
Like,
really
it's-
like that?
At
Oh,
first-
it drives me nuts.
I admit, at
Shut
first I found it a
up.
little annoying. The
He
first
has
time we
scaled
saw
it
him.
back from the last episode to
Yeah.
this.
I think he scaled it back a bit. I also think that at least it differentiates the two characters with
Yeah,
He
but-
Remains and him.
You can differentiate based on your clothing alone.
I know, but I think he was
And
Sure,
the
but
hairstyle.
maybe
Absolutely.
later on that might not be.
You're giving way too much credit to them.
I don't know. The show's been pretty good. It's come on.
They're laying so
He's
much.
not been here,
groundwork.
and he had a cold last week, so it's affected his
No.
capabilities.
The
I think.
show's- This is honestly.
You're
really good.
on the
show-
outlier here, dude.
No, I'm not. There's a lot of people agreeing with me on this.
And I don't talk to any of them.
That's your problem. That's not my problem. That's your problem. That's a you problem. I don't think the show has been that good. It's been. I think it's been all right. It hasn't been terrible by any means. It's better than Ahsoka. I'll tell you that. It's
Who?
at the Ahsoka show.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, there you
Oh.
go. That's what I like to hear. Andor.
Where?
Oh,
Now he's a puppy. It's all right. It's slow and boring at times.
They just blew up the universe and time itself. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
You know what's gonna
The
happen.
Avengers are dead.
Again?
Nothing's gonna happen. They're just gonna be at.
Of
they're-
course, it's a completely like non-consequential storyline.
Then
That's
why are we doing this?
because
then?
it's fun and it's Tom
No.
Hiddleston staring deeply into a camera, shedding a single tear, and that's all we want.
You know,
Okay.
they did introduce something that this might be a bit of a conspiracy theory.
Don't
that
say
they
key
might
lime
not
pie.
do. I think that there's a chance that the replacement for He Who Remains may not be Victor Timeline.
See, that's what.
I will riot
If it's not,
well, they're
if it's not Kang at all, because I'm not liking
might
with
not.
this whole what's it called, Miss Minutes, and
Renslayer.
I'm not liking that team.
Do you think I have a feeling that there's a chance they could make them, or at least Renslayer, the new He Who Remains?
I'm out.
Even if
So-
it's
I'm out.
for temporary.
That is
So-
such BS if they do that.
They'll
well.
probably kill her off soon. Because
No, if she is if she's gonna be anywhere near Kang the Conqueror or He Who Remains, I'm out.
What do you mean? They're
She helped
star-crossed
conquer.
lovers through time and space. That's their whole thing.
No,
They
it's
can-
not. He betrays
is.
her. In the beginning, he didn't care. He wanted them all dead. He
Yeah.
didn't care about her.
No, but in the comics,
She's just a
they're
pawn
always
in his
trying
overall game, though.
To he keeps trying to meet her in time, but she keeps dying or hates him or whatever, and then he goes to a different time.
That's in the comics. They're
Yeah,
not.
that's what I'm
They're
saying.
not doing it in the
No,
comics.
no.
Yeah, they've already made enough changes to tell you. They're
I know,
not
I know,
following.
I know.
think about it like this: Dave directly showed us she was the second in charge. She helped.
And I don't
conquer
care
all
for
the
that.
I know you don't, but now that he's gone, she's naturally the next person in line.
Why?
Well, wait,
What has she done to deserve to be naturally in second? She has
'Cause
no.
she helped conquer the multiverse.
No, he did it. She's just
With
one of the
her.
soldiers, not with her.
he
because
even called her a partner
In the beginning, okay, if she was his equal, why would he tell that I want them all gone?
or is she a variant of him?
No, you're giving way too much credit for that.
Maybe.
You can't.
You already have the literal.
No,
You
no.
have the
Sylvie.
bookend difference of Loki and
Yeah, and
this
that's
variant-
a bad idea too. Sylvie's a horrible idea.
Sylvie and Loki is so
Horrible?
cool.
Yeah, no, they're not. She's so annoying.
No,
she
is.
complains about in this season. All she's done is complain.
Yeah, out of guilt because she's now
Yeah.
realizing.
I
how-
hate Sylvie as a character. I hate that
Well,
character.
I agree, Sylvie's annoying, but she's.
I
supposed to be
prefer
there to
the
balance
relationship with
Loki.
him and
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Ah, absolutely,
Yeah.
buddy cop all the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. But
Eh,
you need
well,
you
and
need someone
we're
that's
getting more of
opposite
that.
Loki,
yeah,
like
yeah.
complete opposite in this stream, so that way he could at least bounce off and show.
There
you're
was-
doing
In
strong.
season 1, they bait and switched Loki with her. They made it look like it's going to be the Loki show. All of a sudden, halfway through, it's all about the Sylvie show. I was like, what the hell's going on
It's
here?
now giving someone who he can now show what he's learned
Yeah,
and his
No.
character development.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Especially when
Drinking
you
the
talk
same
Because
about-
Kool-Aid.
Owen Wilson is just going to
Kathleen
go
Kennedy
buy the
Kool-Aid,
book.
people. Kathleen Kennedy
Well,
Kool-Aid.
I do not give a thundering fuck about what Kathleen Kennedy is doing or anything like that. I'm saying character development.
ARX says Alvin's getting so riled up over this. Did
Yeah.
you not read our YouTube titling? We get upset.
Alvin get mad at the internet.
I wrote that. I am the first he who remained.
Jesus.
These are my variants here.
Okay, so is it just he who remains that got spaghettified, or did just everyone, because the door's open now, everyone's dead? And the only
No
reason
idea.
why
Did you notice how that is similar to what happened in
Ant-Man?
Doctor Strange movie to all the characters?
Oh, yeah.
Same
yeah.
way. All spaghetti, right? And then die off like
Mhm.
that.
The
So,
spaghettification or whatever.
yeah.
But, or is everyone, and the only one who gets out of this timeline is Loki because he is time slipping again. And that's how he gets to
Yeah,
Owen
he's gonna go to
Wilson.
all of their own back. They're all gonna go back to their original timeline.
Yeah,
Spots. That's why you see in the trailer, you see Owen Wilson in the
jet ski
Jet
salesman.
He's a salesman there, right?
Which is all we wanted, really.
That's
If
why
we
he-
get
yeah.
Owen Wilson on a jet ski, best show ever.
He's selling
That's
it.
all we wanted.
I don't know. I think at the end you might see them.
Yeah, well, he's got to show him and test him out. And,
What's
test
what's gonna
drive him.
happen is they're all gonna go back to their own timelines,
Mhm.
and the end. And then Owen Wilson will be on the jet ski on the boat or
And
on the
right
water.
off into the sunset.
Yeah, that's all that's gonna happen.
Yep.
I don't think this show does anything major.
No.
I mean, obviously I could be 100% wrong. We don't know until we watch episode 5 and 6. But the whole beginning, the whole hey,
Or is this how the whatever the group of Kangs begins? Because he gets spaghettified, but instead of it meaning he dies and just gets shredded, that is just a million versions of him that is
no,
a
but there
tiny
already is a
strand,
million version.
but not at this point, maybe.
No, in
Maybe.
the Ant-Man at the end, you saw all those versions.
Yeah, but what point in time was that?
That's relevant. We're
don't
at a
know.
point where there is no time.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Now it then
All
gets
those
thrown
all-
into each one of the strands of the time.
No.
loom.
They're already there. Every timeline that you see going into that system that they were trying to, fix
Mhm.
has a Kang in there. Every one of them has one.
We don't know that yet.
No, we do know that because they show it at the Ant-Man at the end. The end
Yeah,
credits
Ant-Man
scene.
at the end.
They're all from
I know.
they're all from different timelines.
But that Council of Kangs maybe couldn't have existed until
when she killed
at this
him,
point.
when she killed him,
Yep.
she released the all the Kang variants. The variant line opened up.
But that's only because he's going through and he created the TVA.
The name
to
He
then-
Who Remains
No, I understand.
is because he was the last of the Kangs remaining.
because he created the
He-
TVA so
he
that
killed
they
off
would
all the
prune other timelines, because the other timelines that get
they
pruned.
pruned it because he wanted to be the last one remaining.
Yes. But
So
I'm saying in like the Ouroboros snaking his own tail,
it's a
because then he
theory.
dies,
Spaghettified.
spaghettified. He dies, so then he has to go back. It's stupid because it's time and it's
The whole show's
sick little-
stupid.
It is. It is. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like this is like Galileo's butthole or whatever, like the greatest whatever.
Galileo.
I don't know. I'm just assuming that he makes art no matter what he does.
I've never heard of that phrase.
Galileo-
I just made it up, to be
Galileo doesn't
honest.
make art. He's this.
He's a. I
you mean Leonardo, or
Leonardo, yeah.
Michelangelo,
one of the any other
Raphael, Donatello.
Yeah, you guys. Are
any
all
of the
wrong.
other
Those are
ones that could have been
Teenage
artists,
Mutant Ninja
that would have
Turtles.
been better.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for you to say that. The show, okay, whether you like it or you don't like it, I don't know if this is going to do a whole lot for going forward because,
Well, there's 2 movies.
well, hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Because there's talk already to reboot and bring Robert Downey Jr. back into the
yeah.
fold.
But-
So-
Reboot?
Yeah, they want to reboot the whole MCU and bring him back.
No, they wouldn't do that.
It's on IGN Variety. Go ahead, look it up.
Oh, good. IGN said it.
Variety.
Oh, good.
They got it
I mean, I don't know where else you want me to go from. JoeBlows.com. Like, I don't know.
That sounds like they just spent so much money on not just making these movies, but also that Avengers campus. They can't just refit it all. That would cost a lot. And Disney's.
I don't
not
know
in a
what to
good
tell you,
financial
man. I don't know
position
what to
right
tell
now.
you. I said it from the beginning before Endgame came out. I said it, and I was talking to my friends and talking to D, and I said They should go the James Bond type route. Anyone who gets killed off in real life or dies off in real life or leaves the studio altogether, just bring somebody else, continue the story. Continue it, because in the comics, that's all they do. Just keep continuing it.
Yeah.
Just keep continuing it. It's an endless
A new
subplot.
artist comes in, they get a new look. Yeah.
And people got mad at me because when what's his name passed away, Black Panther.
Yeah.
Passed away, everyone thought I was being insensitive. I'm like, this has nothing to do with being insensitive. We honor the man, of course.
Yeah.
But you continue the storyline.
Yeah.
I guarantee if you had asked him before he passed away, what do you want?
He didn't create.
Yeah, he would say continue the story because that's moving his legacy forward as well. Right?
I'm sure Pierce Brosnan wasn't like, oh, no one after
Sean
me,
Connery
asshole.
did it, so we should never do it ever again.
Sure,
right? I just think that's what the problem was, and they really thought. I really think Kevin Feige really thought that I'll introduce a whole new Avengers and everyone will eat it up just like the last Avengers. Very hard to do because you have Falcon as Captain America now. You have Winter Soldier as Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier backup guy to Falcon. You have Miss Marvel. You have Wanda. And then you had, I think, Ant-Man and somebody else.
Hulk.
They're not enough to perk the interest of core fans and everyday walkers. Nobody cares about like 6 of the 7 here. Nobody cares. Like there's not enough interest to go fill the theaters and make the bajillion dollars you made from the last group. You need iconic characters to flow in people in there. You need Captain America. You need Iron Man. You need Black Widow. You need Thor. You need Hulk. Those are 5 massive characters in the MCU.
Yeah.
And you will bring people in because there's a massive audience for Thor, massive audience for Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America. They've been legacy characters for over 50 years.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how they thought that, hey, we'll just bring in lesser known characters and continue that good times. And they're facing it right now.
Well, because I think probably their argument or justification was like, well, nobody cared about Guardians of the Galaxy 10, 15
but that's a
years
one-off.
ago. No, absolutely. Well, no, it's been 4 or 5. And
no. I mean, I mean, as a team, not the movies. It's been a one-off to have a team like that out of nowhere make money continuously.
Yeah.
But that's also because of what? You have a great writer and a director behind it too.
Yep.
The score is also good. A lot of things had to go into place for it to be successful as well, right? No one's going to care about a raccoon running around. But if you add swagger to him,
but also
that
was one of the most heart-wrenching things in a movie ever.
That's the key, though. That's the key, right? You have this arc that you develop, and then it pays off at the end so beautifully.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that, nobody cares about the consequence.
Also, the best F-bomb placement in any movie. You
don't even expect it to.
No, it's just so.
All right,
just like
Harstead says, just got here. I don't know. I think there's actors you can't just replace, like Chadwick Boseman.
Replace.
Guy played it perfect. No. We're not talking about replacing.
You might not have heard his equivalents to like the James Bond. Like, that one still exists. It's just okay. Here's James Bond again, kind of thing.
Because you can go back the history of James Bond. People can go from different decades. Go, I like that as my James Bond, or I like that.
Who's your favorite James Bond?
Right?
I mean, hell, they did it with the Hulk. And you guys talked about like, oh, actually, I prefer Edward Norton or whatever.
When I was growing up, Pierce Brosnan was my James Bond.
Yeah,
because it was right up my wheelhouse when I was watching.
He's on the N64 game cartridge. That's
right.
Jack Bond. He's got long mouth.
But then I talked to a friend of mine who's from England. He goes, "The F he is."
Yeah.
It's Sean Connery, mate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? I'm like, I see it because I also think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
He was awesome in the movie The Rock,
mm-hmm.
not starring Dwayne Johnson.
Don't worry, I've timed it perfectly.
Yeah. Good guys go to the prom. Bad guys get to, with the prom queen.
You guys are forgetting Highlander as well.
Yeah.
He played a Spanish guy.
Yeah, he's a Spaniard
with a Scottish accent.
He probably taught how to do backflips.
Yeah, he was probably the back on set backflip coordinator.
See, I remember when people thought Heath Ledger would make an awful. I was one of them.
Yeah,
I ridiculed that decision. I'm like, that is horrible because the previous movie was The Last Night.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck is that? Right? And this guy's going to be the iconic Joker?
Yeah.
How dare they disrespect that character? Because Jack was the Joker.
Where would the world be without Jared Leto Joker?
Yeah. Who would have thought the worst is not Heath Ledger, it's Jared Leto, right? But
Who would
yeah,
have thought 30 Seconds to Mars would have been a bad Joker?
I cannot forget that scene where he's sitting on the table. He goes, "You want to see a magic trick?"
Oh, the pencil.
Oh,
Bam! And I was just like, "Holy smoke! That is psychotic and
Okay,
awesome." At the
there
same time.
is a truck that I drive by constantly. It's a big lifted truck, of course, and it has in the back window, and I've seen it 1,000 times, and I still am just in awe of it. He has paid she, because I've seen who's getting into it, an
Did you
exorbitant
ask for
amount of money.
You should pull over now.
I want to just
say, "Can I take a picture of it?"
I want to sit and drink with them and hear how their brain works. I would like to spend 5 minutes in there. I don't think I'd get a lot of
Okay, tell me what it is.
but I don't think I'd care.
Okay.
They've spent an exorbitant amount of money on a screen printed back window portrait of Jared Leto's Joker on their truck with Harley Quinn.
Oh.
And it's just like that's
When I saw
amazing. I love it so
when
much.
I saw Jared's Joker, I was just like, "What in the world is this?" Well, it
well,
wasn't even that. I don't care. I can ignore that because Joker is psycho and he can do what. But it was just
fine.
It's just a placement of tattoos and the grills, and I
Yeah.
was like,
The grills I liked.
"No, that's
The
not
grills
Joker,
I
though."
liked. No. Like with Ben Affleck. Why am I arguing for Jared?
Yeah,
Leto
that's
right
what
now?
I'm wondering.
But
yeah. What?
the tattoos
Nobody's
were
done that in the
cringy.
history
And
of
no,
God.
you know what? I just
No,
next
the
Yeah.
next
tattoos were-
question.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Let's get
the
back to Loki.
Wait, hold on. Imagine the Joker just sitting down while a tattoo artist goes over and making a sleeve or
Look what
whatnot.
you've done.
Hot Topic
Hot
Joker.
Topic
Absolutely,
Joker, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, totally. Definitely.
Wonderful.
It was a Spencer's gift. Joker.
Spencer's gift.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, back to Loki. Tell me the stuff that you liked in the show in 3 minutes, and then you after as well. Things you liked.
Oh God. Anytime OB was in the episode,
He's getting annoying for me now.
I hate you.
Love the dude. Love the actor. Nothing
Um,
against the actor, but I just think he's getting a little bit great in the first episode. Loved him there.
Yeah.
Getting a little tiresome now.
I think he's gonna be. I'm just so interested in seeing the conclusion of all this because it seems like there's so much that has been set in motion, especially because we're talking about a time loop and there's at least 2 different timelines that we're looking at.
Okay. What else?
Oh, that I liked in the episode. Then the line when Sylvie and Loki are talking and she's like getting mad. She's like, "We can't just play gods like this, blah, blah, blah." Like talking about free will. And I love any discussion that they're doing about that kind of thing. And then at the end, he's just like, "Well, we are gods," and then just walks away.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Yeah.
Interesting you mentioned that because I found something interesting with Sylvie. She's wearing a cross earring.
It's an upside down
Ankh.
cross.
It's an Ankh.
Is it?
A-N-K.
Oh, yeah, it is an
What
Ankh.
does that
Yeah.
represent?
Ask the Egyptologist.
It's an ancient Egyptian symbol. I can't
But
remember
she's
all
Valhalla.
the details.
She's a Viking myth.
Yeah.
I don't understand the
I-
connection then.
I could be wrong. I think it's supposed to be something to do with healing or regeneration or something like
Mm.
that.
That's because Moon Knight shows up.
Hey,
It's
hey,
actually funny
you
enough.
got something there if you do
That's
that.
a symbol that Dr. Fate creates when he uses magic.
Oh.
It's the same symbol.
Wait, isn't? Hey, and who voiced Dr. Fate? Pierce Brosnan.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
No, get out of here. Go back to Hot Topic. Yeah, I just found that weird. I was like, wait,
Oh yeah, I've noticed that.
what is that above? What does that to do with Viking
It mi-
mythology? I don't know. Somebody knows. Let us know in the chat or in
Nothing.
the comment
It's not-
sections. I don't know. But anyways, what else? Anything else you want to add before I give him the chance?
It's cool. It's going in a direction I think it's going, but then it always subverts my expectations, and it's fun to watch. Like, just that's the biggest thing about it. It's not like, oh, this is gonna have huge connotations to the story or whatever. It's just like every line of dialogue and every actor is just doing such an enthralling job, and it's very, it pulls you in, and it's fun. That's
Okay.
Mine's gonna sound really stupid. So I'm gonna put the
That's okay,
dumbest
the
one.
show's
Stupider than Pierce Brosnan reference.
Go ahead.
The dumbest one's going to go first. I love the pie room.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, but seeing that like neon,
It just makes
key
me
lime
hungry
pie.
for pie.
I know. But I was hoping there'd be
Have
more.
you had
pie.
It's
key
like
lime
the
pie?
worst
Have
pie.
you ever had it?
It's garbage.
You don't like key lime?
What? Well, I'm saying like if we're doing a tier list of pies,
No. I didn't
key
ask for a
lime
tier. I'm
is
just saying-
down like pretty low.
No. Do you? If somebody gave you a slice of key lime pie,
It's still pie. Of course, I'll
would
eat
you
it.
eat it and be okay with it?
Damn right. Yeah. But it's still like D or F
Do you think
tier
it's D?
pies.
I
Is
don't
that
think
a-
it's D.
Yeah, no.
It's
Well, like
top- it's
cherry or like real good apple or rhubarb or pumpkin. Like they're
Rhubarb's below that for me.
well, it depends on what kind of ice cream you get with it.
No. We're not adding anything on it. We're talking about strictly
Well,
pie
you gotta
here.
have the whipped
No,
cream
that
or
changes it
whatever.
for everything then.
I know. That's why we're talking
You don't
about
say,
pie.
I like key pie, but if you had that to it, no, don't go there.
I
Okay,
didn't think this one would be so controversial.
now we're gonna stop here, pause, and pick our top 3 pies because that's what we do here. We get to the bottom of this garbage. All right, your top 3 pies.
Pumpkin, apple, blackberry.
Oh, look, I got a little bit of a backup here. ARX says key lime is definitely above a lot of pies.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's the best pie.
No,
In fact, it's
I'm-
not my favorite pie,
saying-
but it's not down in the depths that
I'm
you
not saying no.
give
I'm
it
saying
as-
like D or C. Like it's. I'm saying
it's
in.
A, B, C, D.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that what
pretty
you
low
said?
still.
Sorry, I'm thinking like in the 26 different types of pies that exist. It's as for the letters of the alphabet.
Anyways, you said, what did you say first? Your number 1 pie, pumpkin?
Pumpkin.
Gross. Yeah.
Oh.
You shut your mouth.
Hey, we, I will.
It's still
I'll show-
October,
I'll
bitch.
show you a
okay?
picture of a guy taking a dump on a cup of pumpkin spice. I sent it to my wife because she loves pumpkin spice and she was so mad.
So pumpkin, apple,
Okay.
like just
Yeah.
standard.
American apple
Yeah,
pie.
yeah.
Right?
And then
Yeah.
like a blackberry or a huckleberry or something.
Okay,
like-
so those are your 3. So
Yeah.
where does key lime pie fall? After that?
Oh yeah.
So 3rd. Or sorry, 4th.
No, I'm saying like 7th or 8th. Like
Okay.
so when like top 10, it's like
7.
7 or 8.
Okay.
Still pretty low.
What's your 3?
top is pumpkin for me. Love pumpkin.
Okay.
Um,
both
We're
So-
2 white guys. Yeah.
Totally white right there.
second.
I don't know any brown person would even go anywhere near pumpkin as number 1. Okay, pumpkin, go on.
Second is cherry. A
Okay.
nice
Oh.
cherry pie.
Yeah.
Third.
Press the bleep button because F,
Third
yeah.
might be.
F, yeah.
Third is tricky. Key lime or lemon.
Wow.
meringue.
Okay, we
Key
can
lime
no
or
longer
lemon
have.
meringue. Okay,
The
here we
two
go.
are so similar.
Is lemon meringue and key lime.
No,
Hold on.
they're not the same.
They're
not the
not.
same.
They're
not the
not.
same.
They're not.
They're
They're
similar.
sister.
They're
siblings.
cousins.
They're siblings.
No, siblings are too close. They're cousins. I still think there's a taste differential between the two.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's enough to say they're cousins.
Okay, they're related. We'll say
They're close.
Same last name.
they don't. Yeah, same last name, first cousins.
Okay, there you
Okay.
go. Once in a while, little kills.
I think.
Oh,
I think.
it's that kind of family.
Yeah, not south.
We're talking about pie. We're talking about the South.
Hey, Alabama.
I would take lemon meringue over key lime.
I'm not gonna argue there.
See, that's what I mean. Like,
okay,
there's.
okay. I haven't given my 3 yet.
Okay,
Hold on.
okay.
Let me give my 3. By the way, Chris, you're fired. Okay, cherry's number 1 for me, by
Cherry's
far
good,
and away.
nice. Yeah.
Cherry's number 1 for me.
They
with
wrote a song about it
if
for
you
a reason.
if you drop a scoop of vanilla ice cream next to it, I'm gone.
Oh, it's no one
I
putting
said
it on.
I said if, right? Okay, but it's still number 1 without the ice cream. Even number 1 for me. Number 2 is lemon meringue.
Lemon meringue.
So
Yeah,
number 2, and number 3 is key lime pie.
Really?
Yeah. That's my 3. Number 4 will probably be strawberry. Then 5 will be
Strawberry
apple.
pie.
Yeah, I've had strawberry.
I always just say like I was saying.
You know why I like strawberry?
apple
It
is-
reminds me of jam on butter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
Fair enough.
mwah.
Yeah.
But apple's right after that.
Apple, it's just a good.
Apple's got to be
standard.
warm for me too.
Oh no, 100%.
right? If
100.
it gets
No,
cold,
no, no.
it just like
Most of
loses
these
all
have
of
to
it.
be warm,
Well, no, lemon and lime.
except for
don't.
lemon
Yeah.
and lime. Yeah.
Yeah, even cherry. Lukewarm.
So
cherry's
wait,
fine with me.
lemon. Okay, lemon meringue and
Well, it needs to set.
Key
It's a different
lime.
type of pie.
no, it is. It's like a flan instead of.
I love how we've just totally veered off.
This is the pie show,
This
everyone.
is we're talking about key lime pie.
See, you were making fun of me earlier, ARX, and now we're friends. We are friends. We'll always be friends forever. We're blood oath friends now.
You bond over pie.
So I think lime and lemon have to be cold, right?
Yeah.
By the, I'm gonna take you guys to a diner. It's in Fort Langley.
Oh, I've heard.
Hilltop Diner.
Yeah.
I actually have my picture on the wall.
No shit.
You actually?
I actually ate their mountain burger, and I got my picture on the wall.
How big is the burger? Oh my god!
And you got to finish the fries. And if you don't,
Challenge
you get
accepted.
shamed. And
I
I
can
did
do
it. I knocked it down. Like, where's my pie too?
God.
They had coconut pie there too. Coconut pie is a lot of Fijians from the island and the Hawaiians. They love that. There's coconut. You know, it's like their apple, right?
Yeah.
I'm all right with it. If you give it to me, I'm not going to be offended.
You know what?
Rhubarb, I can't get behind. I don't know why.
Oh,
No,
really, huh?
rhubarb. It's like
I
good.
just can't.
It's this.
It's like a fake strawberry pie for me.
No. You gotta have it where it's not trying to be sweet.
Yeah.
So you gotta have it where like it's an adult pie. It's
not even close to being an
it's
adult,
mature.
It's a
Have you seen my
mature.
collection?
Yeah.
Have you seen my shirt? And pecan pie, a lot of you white people love that stuff.
No, that's an American.
I worked
thing.
at Denny's.
Nobody. So did I. I worked night
and,
shift.
and yeah, I worked night shift Denny's
Hell
too.
yeah.
Now, and people keep coming to me, like white people, right? They're like, "Can I get a pecan pie?" I'm like, "Why?
Pecan
We've got
pie
all these
sucks.
other cool pies. Stop trying to buy the crappiest one."
Yeah.
They love the pecan. It would be the only thing to sell out.
Also at a
Denny's.
Denny's.
You know what? If they
You
were,
know how old those pecans are? Like,
Hey. I just gave it to them. I'm like, "Here you go."
yeah.
if they want nuts in their pie, that's up to them.
Yeah.
That's not for me.
That's an old white lady pie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe we just veered off so far from Loki.
Yeah.
About pie. That's what we do here.
That was funny. We just mentioned pie and immediately.
All right, come on.
So okay, yeah. Pumpkin for the two of you is number one, cherry for me.
Yeah.
I didn't even put pumpkin on my list there. Did you see that?
And it's
I,
November 1st.
the only reason I cannot get behind pumpkin is because my mom, she makes a really good pumpkin curry with and you eat it with roti. It's spicy and it's like I can't imagine that on a pie.
Oh yeah.
No, but
you know what I mean? Like, after
or-
eating this all your life, trying to think of something sweet, it's just weird for me. It's
Wouldn't that not just be a perfect dessert companion for that dish?
no,
then?
no.
It's too much
I've tried,
pumpkin.
and
Too
I've
much
tried
pumpkin.
pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
That's where my I'm like, I can't do this
It's
because
just the food association.
it's so different. The two.
Sure.
Fair
If you
enough.
eat that curry and you eat the pie, it's like they're not even the same species.
Yeah.
Right? You're just like, what is that? Right?
It's like
So-
fish. You can eat fish, but I find fish pie weird.
That's a thing.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know?
I'm
fish
sorry?
pie. I find it. I don't.
I'm
like
finding you weird right now.
it. No, have you not had it?
You're talking about like
It's not a
meat
dessert.
pie, like
but
like
it is-
British type of.
Yeah, but it's
but no,
fish.
I'm talking about dessert pies, not food like
Oh,
meat pie.
No, I know.
I know it's
but
called
like,
pie.
I'm talking about the food
So
association.
is pizza.
side.
I
Pizza's
prefer
called
pizza.
pie.
Damn it.
The
Yeah.
pizza pie. I think someone mentioned that in the comments earlier.
Yeah, people have got pizza pie, but no, I'm talking about like dessert based pies,
Well,
sweet and savory, right? Is that what we can
sweet
base
and
it?
savory?
on?
Yeah.
Right.
I know. I'm referring to
Fish
like the
pie
food.
though.
the
That's
food
got to be the
association.
weirdest thing. Give me an example of one.
Who makes
Of-
fish pie?
Yeah, anyone here in Lower Mainland that would make it?
So if someone likes black
'Cause
licorice,
I'll try it, I'll
okay,
try it.
Instead, we're no
Had
longer
it.
friends.
I've had it at my house though, so
Sorry.
I can't tell if I had a family.
All right, that's it.
member
You're gonna
made
make some and bring it over.
It smells like fish, man.
We're gonna get fish pie before we get popcorn chicken on this
How about
goddamn
that?
show.
We
How
can't
about
even
this?
do that.
We go get some key lime pie for the finale,
Hell yeah!
and we'll eat key lime pie while we talk about the
Oh,
finale.
I
Down.
would love that.
Find a place and I'll go get it for us.
All right.
But yeah, so sorry, I didn't even go through the
Yeah.
the pie scene. I love that. Not just them walking in, but also them Owen Wilson talking about. Well, I'm gonna go get me some pie.
Yeah, and then she calls him out, and it's just like,
Why is she
we're
upset?
about-
Why is she so upset?
because she's the audience's perspective of just like, you're about to die and you're going to go get pie, but
She-
then that's just also calling into the fact that there's
Another
no-
reason why I don't like her. She's mean to my guy.
I'll be honest.
No,
I
she-
agreed with him.
Well,
I was like, do you know what? In this situation where there's all you can really do is stand around,
yeah.
and
Have some
I'm
pie,
feeling
yeah.
stressed,
Have some pie.
I'm gonna relax, try and calm myself down, have some pie.
That's their thinking room.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it is, but it's also just kind of showing how they have a different outlook on life and the passage of time, because time doesn't exist when you're in the TVA. So they're just like, oh, there's a world-ending event. All right, well, I'll get to that after. I'm gonna have some pie, and then also it's weird that the overhead speaker says like you're only allowed like one pie a week or something. So is it like, is there something in the pie, or is it just like it
makes you a reality
lesson
come
of indulgence? Or
I
something?
like Obi basically says, we wouldn't be in this mess if it wasn't for her.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, stupid. You wrench. ARX says savory pies. If we going there, then where is the honorable
quiche?
A quiche
Quiche
is
pie?
in the same. No, a quiche is a pie, but it's in the.
It's a savory tart.
Yeah, but is it not?
Is it a tart or a pie? Because that's now a different
No,
ballgame.
quiche is like a pizza. Like it technically is a pie, but it's not dessert pie.
It's a meal.
It's a.
You would eat it for a meal, not as a dessert.
What about shepherd's pie, huh?
No, that's a meal. Shepherd
I know,
pie is a meal.
I'm saying.
So it's I'm asking.
I'm relating it.
But it's okay. So quiche is like a shepherd's pie.
Well, yeah,
it's closer to
it's
being
not
a pie than shepherd's pie, though.
Totally,
because it's actually got the crust. It's like an egg-based pie.
Yeah,
I feel like we've really missed the boat on what topics we should talk about to get interaction.
Yeah,
the minute we start talking about food, the chat
we're
just blew up.
Podcast now.
The chat went boom. Let's talk. They went Bruce Almighty on us.
And speaking of Jim Carrey,
there we go, segue. But we have to give our scores. Give our scores. Go.
I think last week I gave an 8. If that's the case, this week I'm giving it a 7.5.
I'm gonna give it 8.5.
No, wow, you really liked it this week's shows.
8.5, 9.
Both
yeah,
8.5.
This is great episode.
8.5.
Both Rick and this one you gave 8.5.
Yeah, I had a great time watching things this week.
And you were 7.5.
7.5.
Okay. I'm gonna be a 6.5. I
Fair
thought
enough.
the ending was interesting, but I already know because of the trailer. Why would they drop that trailer? That really annoyed me because I saw
also,
that
they
trailer
called it
before
a mid-season, and it's like, this is not how numbers work.
Yeah. I was gonna
6.5 is 3.
Somebody doesn't know how numbers
Somebody
work.
forgot to publish this 2 weeks ago.
The intern's like, oh
Shit!
my gosh.
They should have called Vikram to do the numbers.
Obi, help me out.
No, I just found it weird. Like, why would you drop that trailer knowing that's going to give away the suspense that you're giving us? Because they dropped us off in a cliffhanger, right, on the episode 4.
Yeah.
And then you have this trailer. You're like, oh, there's no major consequences.
Sure.
They're all fine.
Arstead, all right.
Arstead, what?
The best ending would be Loki versus Mobius.
What?
Morbius.
Racing?
He's saying Morbius. It's
Morbius, Jared Leto.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
even better,
It's Morbin time.
Loki versus Morbius in a jet ski race.
Yo, that'd be sick.
Refereed by Owen Wilson.
No, chasing He Who Remains in a jet.
On a jet ski, and then it
Yeah.
turns straight into Point Break, and then Thor
They're
shows
going
up
to the
because that was
timeline in jet
always
skis.
that was always
Riding
his
the
nickname.
timeline wave.
Yeah.
Speaking of Morbius, Mezco is
Nobody. Oh, okay.
Mezco is sending me a Morbius figure, and it looks freaking scary.
Yeah.
It looks good from the pictures. It's probably my scariest figure in my collection.
I mean, it's Mezco, so yeah.
Yeah, like the teeth are out on this one. Looks fantastic, and it's cloth based too. I can't wait to get it. It's gonna be here probably next week Tuesday.
Well,
Yeah, it's one of my most anticipated figures of the year
Speaking
because I waited 2 years for this thing.
Speaking of zombie or of vampire movies nobody watched, we're talking about
There we go.
Once Bitten, starring Jim Carrey.
Can you all actually rate Morbius? I've never watched it either. Sorry, we're right in the same seat as you.
Okay, neither have I.
Neither have you.
no.
There you go. So we're gonna give you a rating of 0. There you go.
I was so excited for it. I thought,
Oh, everyone
wow,
was,
it's a
and then I saw the
superhero
trailer. I'm
vampire.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
What do they
and
do here? Like,
You better watch it with night vision goggles because you can't see shit.
Oh, man.
It's so dark. I've seen a couple like special effects videos on it, and I feel so bad for the artists.
The minute he mentioned Venom and kept it in the same universe, I'm like, I'm out. You do not mention Venom as an enemy of Spider-Man. You do not care about all the other enemies of Spider-Man. He should not. He should be the last person caring about Venom.
Yeah.
And I was just like, nope, I'm out. And then I saw just the trailer of it. And I'm like, this is gonna be horrendous. And it was, to a point where it becomes now it's a cult classic.
But yeah,
it's Morbin time. All for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
He actually thought that the movie is doing well because of this. And then people pointed out, no, we're making fun of you.
We hate
Yeah,
you.
you are not successful in this movie. And he's like, oh, I shall wither away in the corner.
Got it. I'll just
All
go to
80s movie that you picked. What is it? Tell us.
It is called Once Bitten, and it is a vampire teenage romp with Jim Carrey, which I had never seen and didn't know existed, and thought it would be
When did it come out?
1986, I think.
Okay.
And it is so weird seeing Jim Carrey doing a borderline normal ass role, because he's a teenager, 20 something in this.
Does he do anything that he's known for?
He does like a couple like face gags.
He doesn't extenuate.
He does.
Oh, okay.
He does
Okay.
just to make his girlfriend laugh.
Okay.
But it's like he's just playing a normal person. That was the weirdest thing in this whole movie. Essentially what happens is it's just like an teenage 80s romp where it's like a bunch of these three boys are friends, and they're like, man, we gotta get laid, where are the girls at? And then so they go to Hollywood to a bar, to like this singles bar, and then you sit at a table and there's this big lips phone, and then you call one of the tables and you go, hey baby, blah, blah, whatever. And then you go talk, and there's a mannequin in a phone booth, and people are making out or whatever. And then some guy shows up with a gun, and then the one guy's like, don't worry, it happens all the time. Just put your drink under the table. Anyway, so then there's this vampire who's looking for virgin blood. She's got a butler who's wearing Luftwaffe pants. That's sick. She's got a gaggle of people that she's been,
You don't need to go the
harvesting.
whole detail.
I'm not. It's okay. It's okay. Gaggle of people that she's been harvesting, and they need virgin blood. So then there's a bunch of virgin teenagers. So then she seduces Jim Carrey.
What a bunch of loser teenagers.
Bites off.
All
Yeah.
virgins.
Well, no. There's a joke later
In
on
the
about
80s, it's
that.
normal.
Yeah. And then she seduces him. Then there's a dance off between him and his girlfriend. And then to beat the vampire, you know what they do? Oh, because she needs to extract blood 3 times before Halloween, or else she withers away and
This is a
dies.
very complicated vampire.
It is.
There's a lot of
So then
checkoffs.
the end of the movie, Jim Carrey and his girlfriend, to beat the bad guy, they bang in a coffin so that he's no longer a virgin, so that his blood doesn't do anything, and then she withers away and dies. It was
then.
so much
All
fun.
righty then.
It was fun to see Jim Carrey do a normal role. And it wasn't spooky. I told you could have watched it. And
Hartstead says Jim Carrey playing the Riddler was mid. I said it.
you shut your mouth.
It's your dad?
No.
Who's that?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. I thought it was your dad.
No.
Okay. Oh man, you want to hear something funny today?
What?
Real life stuff. Go back to. We will when you come back. We should have our food topic of the week as well. We'll add it in there because people seem to love it.
Yeah.
Next week we'll talk about our favorite pizza. And anybody who says Hawaiian, I am gonna throw you out the window.
I
don't want to hear it.
I'm
We'll
okay
save
with
for
it
next week.
existing.
Save it for next week.
All right.
Anyone who says pineapple on pizza, I am throwing you out the window.
Who cares?
Anyways, what was I talking about? So today, my son is getting his graduation pictures done on Saturday.
Right.
So
The
told my-
cringe fest begins.
yeah. So my wife's like, we got to get him a suit. So I said, okay, go ahead, go get him a suit then,
Yeah.
right? She's like, no, you're coming with me. I'm like, why do I got to go all the time, right?
Because you got to do dad stuff.
Yeah. So, anyways, I told her to do it a couple of weeks ago. She's like, no, we'll do it this week. So I'm like, you're pushing it pretty close to the day, right? I like to try to get things done at a time. Anyway, so we go last week, get it all sorted out. They're like, no worries, we'll get it all sorted out. She goes today to pick up his pants.
Yeah.
They can't find his pants.
Okay.
And my wife's like, what do you mean you can't find his pants? You just pants in the back. Just go check. One of them is his.
Yeah.
You literally put his name on it, right? Can't find it. So my wife phones me and I'm like, what would you like me to do? Go there and make a pants for him? Like, I can't. I told you this is gonna happen, right? Like, I told you to do this in weeks in advance.
Mhm.
And she starts like, she hangs up on me and she goes over there. And she's like, I'm going home. We're gonna have to figure something out for him. I'm like, okay, all right. So I get a call from, I guess she left after yelling at them and swearing at them. She left. I get a call from Moore saying that, hey, the trailer found the pants.
Right.
I'm like, oh, great. Now I'm gonna call my wife to turn back in traffic to go back to Moore. This is gonna be fantastic. I'm like, okay, bye. But before she hung, she's like, yeah, can you tell your mom to pick it up? She was here earlier. I'm like, you just called my wife my mom? Ooh. And I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, because they thought it was my mom. I'm like, what? So I didn't want to tell my wife.
No. They probably thought that you were the boy that they thought you were your son.
No. They knew who I was. They said, your son. They phoned me.
Okay.
Right? But they thought she was my.
They're flirting with you.
Yeah.
Really
Anyways, but I told my wife that she was not too pleased. She's like, don't look anything like your mother. You have more white hair than I do. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, I didn't say it. They did it. She's like, I'm never going back to that store. But yeah, we'll talk about our favorite food or our pickup topic and go from there. Next week, we'll do pizza.
Chris, you can come back when you bring pie.
Yeah, pizza will be good next week. But we'll try to find some place. I don't even know a place that would have key lime pie.
Key lime pie? Locally here.
Save on Foods?
Oh, do you know what?
Yeah,
I
might be a
know
good show.
there's a couple bakeries
There are.
in Richmond.
If you find it, let me know.
Okay.
There's
Right?
yeah. Well,
I'll even
We'll have a
either,
pie taste off. Everyone finds a pie.
that's a
to
little too
taste.
much. We'll do the key lime to celebrate the ending of it.
The
And
thing in was it Dexter where he kept bringing the lady a bunch of different key lime pies before she died. Yeah,
I'll be honest. I was thinking of iCarly. They had an episode.
I
where
never
there's-
do.
I was thinking of iCarly because they had an episode where some guy made coconut cream pie, and it was super good. But he died, and he only had the one recipe, and someone inherited it, and they hated it, so they were trying to get it back.
Oh,
So they went around town.
What a
tasting
great
bunch of
episode.
Coconut.
no,
cream
this is
pies.
what borderline happened in the episode of Dexter because the woman who knew his dad was on her deathbed and she wanted a certain key lime pie. So then he kept bringing her one from a different store until she found one that she liked. And well, I think actually he put poison in it so that she died slowly or something or peacefully.
That's
And then it ended
very
up-
dark.
So yeah,
Harstead says maple bacon breakfast pie. Okay. Oh, sorry. You want to go?
I
Because
was
I
gonna
got something to
say
say about this.
that sounds like my life is about to change. Also, that's the most Canadian ass thing I've ever heard.
I do not like sweet types of meat. Pulled
Bacon
pork-
is different.
no, like anything with sweetness on meat, whether it be bacon, pulled pork.
You don't like candied bacon?
I hate sweet meat.
Bacon's different because it's
Yeah, I know.
I know,
Because I've seen
I
it put on
get-
ice cream, right? A little.
no.
that's-
That's why people taking it too far.
Yeah, and I just like no. I don't like sweet meat. I like salt. I like spicy.
yeah, but like the sweet and savory thing that we're talking about before.
Yeah, but you know,
That's-
like a
that's-
lot of people love pulled pork, right?
yeah,
Because of the barbecue sauce on it.
sure.
I can't get behind barbecue and pulled pork together in a
I-
bun with like sweetness in it.
Yeah, well, okay. What about sloppy joes? See,
Mm.
there's a sweet
I
and
haven't
savory
eat,
kind
I haven't
of,
eaten sloppy joes in a long time.
or like a
I think 20 years
or like a
ago. was the last time I ate
mango
sloppy
chutney or
joes.
something.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Like a mango chutney. That's another sweet and savory meat.
no,
or-
but chutney. You
What
can have
about-
mango chutney without any meat.
Okay, wait. I have
Chutney
something I
don't
think-
have meat in it.
No,
I
but
have
I'm
an
saying
idea.
that's a sweet sauce or like a sweet that.
Wait, Justin, I've got a good one. Do you like hot dogs with ketchup?
Chris, you're happy? We're talking about food again.
Hot dogs with ketchup. It is a super
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
sugary
so
okay,
sauce.
okay,
yeah.
so here's what I do know. I counter that with mustard.
Yeah.
It cancels each
That's a
other out.
thing. Okay. Did you?
But
put
now
mustard
you know what I
together?
do now? Heinz bought this out now, spicy ketchup. So I have that with
Ooh.
mustard
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
I don't do ketchup at all with hot dogs anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over time, this has happened to me. Like
Sure.
when I was a kid, who the hell cares? Just feed me. I don't care, right?
Yeah.
But over time, I've just tried to go away from sweet meat. Right. And my wife knows this too. Like she knows right. She's like, yeah, you're not gonna like that. It's got sweet in it. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll stay away from that.
Just the meat.
I
You're
think
okay with other.
bacon's the only exception because I do agree with I don't like a sweet barbecue.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
I-
I know in
or
the
like-
South, Texas, that's a thing.
Sure.
That is a thing.
But I prefer smoke and like
spices,
Spice, absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
Whether
yeah.
it be garlic powder, salt and pepper, whatever.
Sure,
throw in there. What's that?
So he's a fan of bland food. Got it.
Okay. Well, I'm Indian, so there's nothing bland about my food.
Yeah.
Come to my house. I'll show you the rack. There's a lot of spices there. Paprika,
bacon,
cumin,
I think
all that
is
kind of
its
stuff.
own thing. Bacon, because bacon goes with syrup and breakfast.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I was like. It's the Canadian
Bacon,
standard.
yeah, exactly.
You have your
You're
bacon.
gonna hate me for this.
What?
I don't like syrup and pancakes.
That's
You
fine.
don't?
Wait, which is
Whoa,
better,
whoa,
waffles
wait,
or
wait,
pancakes?
What do you mean?
Well,
Fine?
hold on. But I'll tell you what I do like with syrup. The only thing I like with syrup.
Coffee, whiskey.
No,
That's not how that works. It
French
gets
toast.
stuck. French toast.
I love
You
me.
could
French.
with French, but
Yeah.
not with pancakes. Waffles?
That's what I just asked. Is waffles
Okay.
waffles or pancakes?
So my kids love both pancakes and waffles.
One's wrong and one's right. There's a right answer to this. There absolutely
if
is.
the waffle is, I haven't had it in a long time.
I'm just talking like
I don't
bog
like.
standard Eggos.
You know
and
what?
like,
I don't like pancakes. It's just really thick sometimes.
It is. Yeah.
It's too much.
Do you
Fair
prefer
enough.
crepes?
Yes.
There you go.
I do.
Yes.
Yes, I do, and I will have it with maple syrup.
Now,
Okay.
here's the thing. What about savory crepe?
Now you're asking way too many
No,
complicated
I'm
questions.
not. I'm branching. I'm branching.
What's the
Okay.
timeline here.
Yeah, this is the
TVA
timeline of
breakfast
Nom.
room now. We
Yeah,
should
you're
call it the
talking about
Breakfast
pie.
Club.
Savory
Yeah, that's it. No, I don't know. I've never had it.
crepes?
We,
No.
we need to go for breakfast one day and just
Savory
I could just
crepes.
make breakfast
and-
here. I have
we're not making breakfast here. We're gonna go out and record it.
Well, I
live,
could
live
put-
stream
We're
making
gonna
breakfast. here.
commandeer an IHOP. I'll tell them to reserve our area.
an
for us.
IHOP.
Where would you like to go? Denny's?
No, I would like to keep my intestines inside, please.
We've got a couple nice breakfast places. In
Yeah, we
What?
could go to like
the Story Cafe.
yeah. Or there's there's another breakfasty place.
Waffle House?
called?
No.
Which city? Here or Vancouver?
No.
They're all over the place. There's one in
Our set says
Richmond.
Waffle House. Do we even have a Waffle House?
I think that's an
don't.
American thing.
Yeah, we
That's an
don't have a
It's
Waffle
gotta be
House.
an
Yeah.
American thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Waffle and chicken.
Oh, love
Best.
that.
See,
I
there
never
we go.
tried- I never tried it.
Oh, there's
So
a sweet
good.
and savory with sweet meats.
You don't even
Are we
need
just gonna do food now on our show?
Do you know what? In Vancouver at Jam Cafe, they've got pulled pork pancakes.
See,
No, I
Whoa,
can't. I
no,
can't.
no.
But
Okay,
I think you might
there's
like one
a
part.
That's too much.
Alex.
They
What's
put
that?
pickles on
What's
it,
that?
So it's not super sweet. It cuts through it. So good.
But it's
What's that breakfast
pancake.
joint right
The
by?
texture alone will throw me off. It's
By the number
rubbery.
5.
You could throw it and it'll stick it to a wall.
There is this breakfast place downtown that has
Excuse me.
equally a day ending and day saving meal. It's called the Lumberjack Breakfast, whatever. It's 3 giant ass pieces of French toast with pulled pork in between one and fried chicken in between another. And it's got like barbecue sauce and syrup. And it's like, but good barbecue sauce, not just like A1 steak or like whatever Heinz. It is, and it's like the Italian bread. So like the super thick, but it's got that pulled pork, fried chicken with syrup.
I'm in a question.
Like it's a food coma after, but like if you were on the brink of death, you are now brought back to life.
Sounds pretty good.
It is. It's really good.
So it's life enriching. I've been on a quest in the last 4 or 5 years looking for the best chicken sandwich in town.
Yeah.
So far, it's been the franchise.
We've talked about this.
Yeah, right
Jojo
now.
B. We
Right,
We
I
kinda
don't
came to the
remember- I don't
conclusion-
remember this. Who's
What?
the top right now?
Jojo? No, locally,
yeah.
not nationwide. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of places I've never even heard of. That's really good. I heard.
Sure.
But right now, locally, the best I've had, I'm talking about Canada specifically,
Yeah.
is a newcomer in the field. It's Popeye's new black and spicy chicken.
Ooh.
My friend had it and he said it's great. And I'm like, I don't like Popeye's other chicken. I
Yeah.
didn't like it. I was like, it's too much like KFC, very
Mhm.
dry. So I said, okay, I'll try this one. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's good. It's spicy. It's juicy. The chicken. It's the right amount of heat. Tomato, lettuce. It's really good.
Mm.
It's number 2 of my all-time I've ate.
What was the first?
Number 1 right now is Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Their chicken is, I don't know what they do, man. I don't know what kind of steroids they put in there, but damn, is it ever good. But I'm on a quest though. I want to top. My goal is to top that Chick-fil-A chicken.
Are you only doing franchises?
No, anything.
Anything. Huh?
But
Even
right
like
now, I've
mom and
only
pop?
been introduced to franchise stuff. I tried Mary Brown's.
Yeah.
Mary Brown's is solid. It's solid, but it's number 3 on my list.
Where's JoJo be on that?
I don't even know what is that.
It's like with the red bee. I think it's a Filipino
It's
place.
Jollibee.
Jollibee. Yeah.
Okay, no. Jollibee's fried chicken is amazing.
Yeah, I had it after because I was like,
That-
oh, actually, I
the
never had
bucket
it
of
before.
chicken. Oh.
I had it like a week after. The best.
Yeah.
So good.
In terms of fried chicken, yes.
Yeah.
But sandwich, no.
Do they not make sandwiches?
I
No, they
think
do.
I think they do, but it's not as good.
It's just
There's
on
something
a bun
about-
with some mayo, and there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
I went with my girlfriend, and she's Filipino.
Yeah.
Her
That's
family
their
loves it.
god, baby.
Yeah.
They
So
love
next, to Jesus,
Jollibee.
next to Jesus, that logo is the best logo they know.
So
Sometimes Jesus and that is a tie, depending on the day.
Yeah.
if you're really hungry,
Yeah.
but we went there to some location in Vancouver, and she's been trying to take me there for a long time.
Yeah.
So she's excited, and she's already like, okay, this is what your order is gonna be. You're gonna
Not
get like,
controlling it all.
you're gonna get this
That's
chicken.
expertise.
Yeah.
So the problem was I was really craving a chicken sandwich, and so I thought, no, I'm gonna get this. You get that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get the chicken sandwich.
You went.
You went
against her
you went all
words?
white on her.
Do
Okay.
you know what's sad too? Is she was so right. The,
Yeah.
the chicken sandwich was dry, bone dry.
Because they're not known for that.
But then the actual chicken that you get, like
Yeah.
what was it, the chicken thigh or whatever it is, it was juicy, it was flavorful, rich, it
Yep.
was crispy on the
Because
outside.
it was made with love, and that's
Art
the
said,
secret
"Where do you
ingredient."
live? I want to try Popeyes, but there's none close. I do love some KFC though. This new Popeyes chicken, the blackened one, it's gonna blow KFC out the door. KFC doesn't even stand a chance. I've had both, and I was just like, no, there's no chance.
I've been trying to
But
find
Chick-fil-A is awesome.
the best onion rings.
Oh, A&W.
Yeah, I
See,
think so.
No.
so A&W is up there.
But okay, well, what are we talking about? Franchises here?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, doesn't
just
matter. Okay.
like best onion rings, because
This is
like,
probably the best non-popcorn chicken episode.
or is it perfectly on brand?
Or should we just branch out into a cooking, like a food show?
Well, we're talking about chicken right now.
We're talking about chicken. This show is called Popcorn
Food
Chicken.
and beer show. You do the
I would-
beers. I'll do
okay.
the food.
Um,
You guys have to buy your own shit. Though.
yeah.
Pour syrup on anything, and I will eat it. Eggs, pancakes.
Absolutely. No, I mean that's a Canadian thing.
That's the Montreal thing right there.
That's Montreal.
That's a poutine and a maple syrup guy right there. For
Yeah.
Montreal.
Yeah.
You can pour poutine, or sorry, not poutine.
Yeah, just-
the poutine curds and gravy on anything,
gravy and
and
curds.
Montreal people will eat it.
Yeah.
And then syrup as well. There's that sweet and savory right there for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but
Can't argue too much on that.
like
though.
right before the
It is good.
pandemic, I was trying to find the best onion rings, and because I thought I was like, okay, because they're A&W, and then I was like, A&W can't be the best of
No.
this. Like it's good.
It's fast food.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm like, there's gotta be. So then I started going around. Vera's is inconsistent sometimes, but Vera's is probably a slight uptick from A&W. And that's
Have
all
you tried
about it.
Vera's lamb burger?
Oh, absolutely. That's exclusively what I get.
Okay. ARX says
Best
best
poutine-
poutine is Spud Shack. Is
Spud
ARX
Shack's-
local?
Yeah.
Okay, and Spud Shack is where?
Spud Shack's the one in New West. Spud Shack's really good.
Sorry, newest where?
Skytrain station right by the theater landmark.
Oh,
down the
okay.
bit. There's
All
a
right.
little hole in the wall
I'll have to
poutine,
check
and
that.
they've got
Oh,
Sneaky Weasel beer on tap there too.
He says Arby's has the best onion rings.
Arby's. There's none
They
left.
have the meat.
No, there's one Arby's.
Oh, is it the one in
There's
Mission
one
or
in
whatever?
Ladner.
Yeah,
There's one in Ladner.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
we ordered Arby's here.
Oh shit, you're
remember?
right. Yeah,
Yeah, you didn't even know
there
you
wasn't like, dude,
There's
like 3 or 4
Arby's.
years ago, like
Yeah.
the last one in the Lower Mainland was
Yeah.
Mission.
Yeah, there's one in Ladner.
Okay,
There you go.
I
but
like Arby's.
Spud Shack is really
There's
good.
2 in Kelowna.
The mean poutine
Figure that out.
on what street did I live with? The one downtown right beside the Moose. It's
the
ju-
Moose.
yeah, the Moose right on was it Dem no you know the pub, the Moose?
No.
Okay.
Don't
Uh,
even ask me.
Yeah. Come on, Alvin, you
Yeah.
know. There's a like literally just like a pop-up shop, whatever. All it is just a window and a kitchen. And then a girl sitting there I'm giving you poutine.
Nelson and Granville.
Nelson and Granville. Yeah, Nelson Street. Best poutine ever.
Even better than Costco's?
Costco's is mid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Costco, it's like it's good for 30 cents or whatever they charge you for it.
I don't even know how they don't make money off that.
No, they don't.
Guaranteed it.
No, it's there's some war crimes happening in the back of those kitchens
War
for
crimes.
sure. Who sells a hot dog for 30 cents and gives you a drink? No,
It's $1.50 now.
Okay,
Yeah.
There's some slave labor.
yeah, exactly. There's at least.
Oh man. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We're not talking about shows anymore. We're talking about food.
We really deviated.
No, we always usually are eating when we're watching the shows.
So yeah, episode 6 we'll get key lime pie.
Yeah,
We got to find out where it has to be cold.
and jet skis
and hot chocolate.
Why hot chocolate?
Oh,
The
because
hot
Kang made hot chocolate.
Oh,
we forgot about that.
Oh.
He perfected hot cocoa.
I
did.
love that. That was so weird.
We could have hot cocoa next week.
We could.
It
Yeah.
needs to be perfect.
Well, how am I going to make it perfect? I'm just going to go to Tim's and get you hot chocolate.
Sorry, did he? I was a little
Actually, there's
confused
one
by
place
that.
on Manderville Gardens. Have you heard of that place?
No.
You know Bonbury Road Highway?
No.
Do you know the Hare Rama Hare Krishna temple is?
Yeah.
So that's Boundary Road.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. You take that. There's an exit there off onto the garden center up to the hill to go Rumble.
Oh, okay. Sure.
There's a garden center right there when you take the right at the lights there.
Yeah.
And there's some of the best hot chocolate you'll have in your life in that garden center. They have a cafe in there. And a friend of mine used to work there. And I went in there and he's like, hey, I got to do another 10 minutes and I'll be off work. And so I'm going to get something to drink there. So he's like, try the hot chocolate. He just said it. I just threw it out there.
In passing.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what do I look like? 5?
Okay, mister.
Can I have a hot chocolate? And the lady's like, okay. Did you want whipped cream on it? I'm like, sure. Right?
Always.
Of
Drank
course.
it.
Yeah.
Drank it. I was like, holy smokes.
I can see colors.
I was
now
like,
for the first
wow.
time.
Right? It was like taking magic mushrooms, right? It was like kaleidoscope in my eyes. It was really good. Yeah, that's the best place for hot chocolate. Small little hole in the wall. I haven't been there in like 15 years, so I don't know if it's open still.
I know they close it down. They're lacing the drinks with LSD.
There's been a Fifth Estate episode on them every week. Yeah.
Threw it in there. Mean Poutine makes a real good poutine, but I'm a sucker for shoestring fries.
Yeah.
Some of the best poutines I've had was in Calgary Stampede because of their extra skinny fries.
It is more surface area for the curds and for the
For the curds.
gravy.
I just find they get too soggy quickly.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with
But
that's
that's with the
why
gravy
I
though, right?
prefer
That's a
the
gravy
Wait,
problem.
you want crunchy?
yeah.
Poutine?
Absolutely.
No,
no,
I'm
no,
the
you get
opposite.
you get no,
Not
no.
crunchy,
Crispy,
Oh, okay,
crispy
okay.
shell with a soft, warm inside.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly it.
So
I
I
like the soggy fries with gravy.
no,
covered
but
in
you
them.
can get that at the end. So you get the crispiness, and you start. And I find the mean poutines fries are crispy, and then like they have a shell, and then you get into the soft, you get into the weeds. But then by the time you get, and also they give you a goddamn like pound of fries and whatever.
Our American viewers have no idea. What we're talking
Poutine
about.
is the greatest thing to ever.
If you're in
the fact
Canada, if
that
you're in Canada, give it a
Americans
try.
don't know what poutine is
There's a
it's
lot of-
right up their
but
alley.
there's
It's
a-
deep fried as cheese and gravy. What more does America
There's a
want?
lot of food we don't know. We go to the
yeah, and
US.
it's called bad.
I don't know. They were like, we didn't know. Oh,
Biscuits and gravy is just poutine without the curds.
I never had collard greens yet.
Yeah.
I never had that. My brother-in-law's from Carolina, so
Yeah.
I should ask him.
Is that just deep fried vegetables? to
Pretty
be honest
much.
with you?
Collard greens.
How is that healthy?
It's not.
Eat your vegetables.
It's not.
Okay.
I like the soft, bendy fries with a bit of crisp to them, but not the same level of crisp that Justin is talking about. This is getting personal. The type of crisp is perfect on the thicker cut fries.
Yes.
Which is, I think, Costco size.
No. Then we're talking like
Costco's is thick.
Five
cut
Guys. Five Guys fries.
By the way, I was very disappointed with Five Guys burgers.
Are you serious?
I was
Whoa, hold on.
disappointed.
We got to talk about that.
Uh,
What do you mean?
We're not going to end the show today, are we?
what do you mean by that? You're
I
disappointed?
just found
Yeah,
it
what's-
bland.
Okay,
Just 'cause
what'd
you
you get
ordered
on it? What'd you
nothing
get on
like
it? What'd you
that.
get on
Okay.
it?
I get the regular cheeseburger with
Yeah.
onions on it, and that's it.
Just
of course.
onions?
What their regular burger? I'll order their
Yeah,
on.
they don't put anything on the regular.
Okay,
burger.
what I haven't had it for a long time, but I just remember sitting there and going, "This is disappointing." $5. And I don't like peanuts next to me too. Get that out of here. I'm not allergic to peanuts.
Everything's but everything. Okay,
I
that's
know.
why their fries are so much better, is because it's fried in peanut oil.
They're trying to keep out the.
You know what I
people.
miss though?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what burger I miss right now? It's a really low key franchise that's not longer in BC anymore. They moved out of BC, but Harvey's.
Oh, wait.
Harvey's. There's
no Harvey's.
There's no more Harvey's. They're all gone.
Is
Trust
this
me, they're all
recent?
gone. Only Alberta, the closest now. They used to be at the airport. They used to be at every Home Depot, and then Subway took over that spot now. But I love their large cut pickles with onions and tomatoes, and you just keep layering it there, right? At the airport, that's all I was doing. I'm like, no, more. no, a little bit more. Come on, a lady at work here, right? But yeah, their burgers were really good. What does Chris have to say here?
Let's name a show.
Let's change the name of the show. A movie.
Yeah.
We might have one.
Well, it's funny. We're talking about all this. We're like, we're gonna have key lime pie. Never have popcorn chicken still.
That's
I
what
know.
I'm saying.
We did have popcorn chicken at our sale, though. I brought it.
No, we did.
Yeah, I did. My sons ate it before you ate it. I'm like, save some for Justin. They're like, no. They're knocking it back.
So let me repeat. We didn't. Anyway, so tune in next week where we're going to yell at Alvin for once again promising us with food and not pulling
We
through.
need to do the key lime pie thing though.
We gotta.
Honestly, because in that show,
It's such an integral. It's like
it's a moment of peace, calm,
yeah.
and thought.
And again, that line was so good. It's just like, what? We just aren't going to give them free will. What are we going to play gods at this? We are gods.
Yeah, as he's walking,
and then just like sunglasses on, walks out.
Yeah,
Oh, so good.
it was. This show has got, I think, a good balance of action moments.
Yeah.
Of great dialogue.
Yeah.
I think they're really good with the dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to a lot of other shows we've seen recently.
Almost all.
Yeah. And the pacing I find is quite good.
Yeah.
This episode was slower,
It was.
but still.
It wasn't for any lack of, but also too, it was slower and then had a borderline world-ending cliffhanger. So it's like
Borderline, it did end.
well, yeah, but we don't know to what end or how they get. But as far as we know, it ended all time.
Yeah.
Or
That the moment at the very end, I actually like this a bit. Instead of just having the explosion and then going right to credits, there's an explosion and then there's several seconds of just black.
yeah,
And you're thinking, is something gonna happen?
yeah.
Like, is that it?
It definitely helped to build tension. Yeah.
There's a nice little tension builder at the
Mhm.
end. You walk back, you leave, we're talking about food, you come back, we're back to the show.
Back to this thing again. I was
Uh,
so enjoying this.
Okay, one thing that I have every new person that I meet and I get into a conversation about food or something, I ask them where the best fish and chips are because I've never been wowed by fish and chips.
Not in
and
Canada.
I've never been disappointed by fish and chips. It's
It's
always just a bog standard, just like, all right, it
Batter,
was fine.
fish, fries.
Exactly. The fries, the chips part, that's I would say probably the only thing that is like the disappointing bit or the really good bit. But the fish itself, like it's just battered cod. I'm still waiting to find a like gourmet or like a
The closest you're gonna get is
changing-
Gordon Ramsay's in Vegas.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
what does he do with his?
He does it British style.
He looks at
I've had British style.
$100 price.
No,
tag
you had
on it.
Canadian people that think they make British style.
I've had European. I've
The fish and chips in England. Have you had that?
not directly in England. No,
Yeah. So
I've lived
make
with a
it
couple
differently.
British people and gone, and they've been like, "Oh yeah, this is."
it has
good
to be in
spot
a
or whatever.
newspaper as well.
I've had it in newspapers.
I think I know your problem, Justin. I don't think you like fish.
No, I do. I do. I'm saying I enjoy it, but I've never had.
He
like,
hates fish.
I've had burgers.
That explains it.
I've had burgers that have like changed my outlook on burgers. I've had fries that have changed my outlook on fries and been like, oh, this is how it should be, or this is like the perfection. This is the best version of this. every fish and chips.
Let us know in the chats
had.
your top 3 pies. I'm curious to see what people have to say in the top 3. What
I've
their
not been
pies
to
are,
Cockney Kings.
whether you're Canadian, American,
I've heard.
wherever you're around the world. So let us know your top 3 types of
We
pie.
trust the British. They think beans taste good. This is the
Oh my god,
beans are great. Beans on toast.
I love
poop on a roof.
when we were poor, which was a lot when I was growing up. We had beans and toast.
Beans on toast.
Dip your bean in the toast, and there you go.
That's
Military food.
Yep.
That's it. Enjoy it. Love it. I didn't care. I'm
Heinz
like,
baked beans are good. There we go. There's a sweet and savory thing. Great.
I'm like, sure, do it up.
By the way, speaking about the fish and chips, have you only had cod? Have you tried?
I've had halibut. I've had cod. I've had mahi. I've had
Salmon. You have had salmon?
salmon. Yeah.
Because it's instead of a white fish.
Salmon.
No, actually, I don't think I've had.
Salmon's got that aftertaste. I don't.
It
like.
does.
Really?
Salmon has a very. It's
Yeah.
it tastes like
if
salmon.
you don't like my wife, when we barbecue, we actually wrap a salmon in tinfoil, put in the barbecue.
Yeah.
But we throw in tomatoes, mayo, tartar sauce.
Yeah. The tartar sauce is also a big thing. Like if it's a banger tartar sauce, then it's really good. But
Yeah.
again, the fish.
We throw a little bit
It's
of
just- I don't-
pickles in there too,
Yeah.
just to get that little kick to it, and lots of lime juice.
Yeah.
And then you just grill it and just
What
open
is it
up.
about a key lime pie that makes it a key?
It unlocks your soul.
Oh yes, yes. Press B on that one. That's awesome. It's the key to your soul. Unlock it.
Key to your soul.
All right, okay. The key to this is we should talk about TV shows and movies, but apparently nobody cares. all
we
about the
hit
food.
the important part:
Yes,
entertainment and the sustenance you
we'll
use.
have hot chocolate next week,
We won't.
and then we will have key lime pie the week after the end.
we
of the
won't.
show. And then we'll have popcorn chicken when he's not here.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have to find out the day he's not here. We'll eat popcorn chicken. Yes.
I will.
Anything else before we end today's show?
Do you want to play Phasmophobia tomorrow with me?
I can't tomorrow.
Oh sure. Okay.
Internet. I'm doing stuff.
Uh-huh.
What was I gonna say? Don't forget to check out Mighty Mornings on Saturday. This Saturday, we are doing a cartoon from the 90s.
And they're just gonna review breakfast cereal.
Yeah. I should talk to Chris about that. Maybe
It's sponsored by Magic Spoon.
Oh no. No. We talked to them.
Yeah.
They want us to get a crate full of cereal before they even talk to us. So I said, no, we're good. We're not buying 100 cereals before you even give us a penny.
Oh, hold up. But that, you can share that cereal.
That's true.
Yeah, no, that's a very expensive investment.
It
not
is.
doing
Yeah,
that.
they're pretty.
They're not cheap. They're
No.
expensive and not that great. Sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah, take the word from D. It's fine. Monday nights, speaking of D, 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. Go check us out on that one. And then obviously here every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Sorry, 7:30. I get the times always wrong.
8:30 Mountain Time.
Thank you. 7:30 p.m. Pacific time every Wednesday. Next week we've got Rick and Morty.
Yep.
Loki.
Yep.
Invincible, and our 80s movie, which I think it's your turn.
I had mine last week.
I think it's yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine. Okay. All right. Good times. All right. Okay. I'll think of something good.
Oh,
No, I get to pick, not you.
I'm just
You
saying.
wait till your turn.
I'm
You wait till
getting
your-
excited for all the 80s really shitty action movie Christmas movies.
I will not pick anything shitty.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
I always pick the creme de la creme. Speeding buses and all that stuff. Was that in the 80s?
Speed? No.
Anyways.
They did a lot of speed in the 80s.
Oh, hit it. And on that note, we're going to head out of here. Thank you for joining us, asking us a whole bunch of questions, even though 95% were not even related to anything we talked about. But that's okay.
More
that's
food questions,
yeah.
please.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your uncle. We talk about food here. They'll all come in.
Tell your chef.
Yeah, tell your chef. Tell your guy, barber, to subscribe and like. Be sure to like the button. Hit that like button for us.
Like the button.
Yeah, like the button, hit it, and smash it. Whatever you want to do, please. It supports us. And thank you, everybody. And we will see you guys next week. Bye. Can't believe this guy doesn't like